Hi there, breadboarding is complete. I am about ready to tear it all down. Before I do that, I thought I'd show you what's going on. So let me bring you in a little closer and we'll get to it. Not quite sure what I'm going to do in this video, but I need to shoot it before I tear all this down. So I'll just wing it and we'll do a bunch of jump cuts. The most important part is the reason I did all this breadboarding is that this looks complicated, but I was kind of confused where this ESS board came into play. I actually have a demonstration here. So this is what most home gamers use. This is an all-in-one. This is all you need to run like a desktop CNC. Basically, your computer plugs into this parallel port. Ask your parents, kids. And these are basically inputs that you would feed to the Mach 3 software or your CNC software. And this is where your X, Y, and Z would plug into, your stepper motors. That's about it. But I didn't understand, like, this is a complete solution. So where does this ESS come in on this whole package? And the part I didn't really understand at first is that this is all we're replacing with this board. Now it does a lot more than that. For instance, it's got 3 of these parallel ports on it. But essentially that's all that's replacing. This breakout board would be basically this side, these here, and essentially right to here on the board. So the ESS here, breakout board here. Now these Gecko drives, I have 4. Normally you would have 3 on a small machine. So these replace this part. Ignore this for the moment, but you see the pattern here. So this would be here, this would be here, and this would be here. So there's your entire solution. That's from computer to stepper. So we're good to go. That was actually very useful to lay this all out. So over here we have the power supply for the steppers. The power only goes into these. It doesn't get involved in any of this low circuit signal stuff. This power supply is originally for the bob, but it turns out you don't need it so much. It's more for the ESS drive. One thing I do want to mention real quick is this, which is an e-stop switch. Basically, if anything goes wrong, that's what you do. And I bring it up because I know there's a lot of people out there using desktop CNCs without one of these. And I'm with you, brother. I spent a good year and a half running mine without one of these, until the day came that I needed it and I couldn't stop the machine quick enough. So for the price of one of these, I mean, this was what, 12 bucks, 18, something like that. Worth every penny. Just buy one. Okay, enough of that. Let's have a little fun. So when I put all this into the controller box, I will explain it in detail, I promise. But we're not doing that right now. So let me show you some of my, I don't know if you can see that. It doesn't really matter. So my desktop CNC could only do 400 millimeters per minute. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to set this y-axis to 400 millimeters. And it just barely registers. Okay, hold on. Oof. That's rough. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I don't think this machine really likes going 400 millimeters, but we'll give it a try. So here we go. Oh, reset. That's all right. All right. I don't know if you can even see that moving, but that's basically the speed of my last machine. That was the best performance I could get out of it. So this machine, I was stunned when I did my first test. So let's do, instead of 400, let's do 4,000. So that's 4,000 millimeters per minute. Adjust that. Okay, save. Okay, there we go. You can see there's quite a difference there, which is good because we got a lot of distance to cover. But still, I couldn't be more happy about that. But what I've discovered recently is this machine is actually capable of much more than that. So there's 10,000. Now I did do a little testing. I don't think I would ever run my rapids at 10,000, maybe. It seemed like I might have been losing a step or two, but again, until it's all in the, no, that's the x-axis. Until it's all in the controller box, there's really no point in spending a lot of time on tuning. So, so there's 10,000, and no problem. In fact, it sounds pretty happy, really. No, maybe I will. I'm going to knock this back down to 4 and show you a test that I've been running for a couple days just to get an idea of what I'm dealing with as far as performance. So we'll save that. Nope. You probably can't see my screen at all, can you? Yeah, probably not. That's okay. So let me set up the shot. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to have to view this to make sure you can see what's going on. I think you can see that we've got a dial indicator here. I hope you can see that it's on 0. So I have some G-code that's going to send this y-axis back 500 millimeters and then come back to 0, and we'll see how close we get. It's going to do that 4 times, and let's do it. That's about a quarter thou high. Another quarter, about an eighth. That's about a quarter below. And that's about a quarter thou high. So you can see I can work with those numbers. Now, whether it actually went 500 millimeters that way, I don't know yet. There's no point in calibrating all that until the controller box is done. But if all I gotta do is calibrate, tighten a few things here and there to try to clean up a thou or so slop, I'm in. Pen test.
As always, Scott, please start with the definition.
Okay, so that is that. It's time to move on to the controller box, and that's what we're going to do next.